Vice President Richard Hawk waits for you in Las Vegas. My only advice to you is this. Beat him to a pulp.
Sounds like good advice to me.
Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
Who makes these mission names? Hello, future viewers. Well, it's pretty obvious what the next mission is going to be. We're not going to need the grenade launcher for this one. However, the best missile launcher that we can research will be useful. Now, in fact, pretty much all of the enemies that we've fought so far do not move around much. At worst, we had those 3 mobile armors that jumped around a little bit, but they stayed pretty still when you kept your distance, so even that wasn't a big deal. Now, Richard Hawk, though, he's got the same mobility options that we do. Well, actually, no, he has a little bit less. He doesn't fly around in the air a lot, and that's kind of a mercy. I was thinking maybe even the bazooka would not be that great here, but we do need it for something. What? No super flashy entrance? We know he's serious now.
Richard, come out!
Oh, Michael, you're so sweet.
Richard!
And for that, I owe you. You canceled all my dreams and plans. So now I've got a nice little present for you. Here!
It looks like he just threw the helicopter at you.
Let me ask you one last thing. What do you want on your tombstone?
I kind of like mushrooms and peppers. There's this place near where I live that has all kinds of interesting toppings. Well, they don't call it a tombstone, but still. It's really hard to avoid damage at the very start of this fight because we have missiles fired at us from more than one direction. Anyway, boss refight. Flamethrower, not so great here. But the armament and durability of the enemy has actually changed a bit, so it's not quite as no effort as it might look. But they're still not amazing. That helicopter rarely flies low enough that we can get the weapon that it drops, but it's a machine gun 200. If you don't have one, I don't know what to say. Just figure out how to spend money.
You showed him who's boss, Mr. President.
Fortunately, the energy pod, the important thing, always appears at ground level. By the way, that river with the bridges over it, those bridges are destructible and you can fall in and just instantly die that way. And now we've got another fun music track. I like that. I guess it's fine for the best music to show up right at the end, but there should be at least 1 or 2 decent tracks earlier on to keep you playing. But what do I know? I'm not a game designer. Well, we got the first phase of our first how do I call this? Our first Armored Core duel. Like, this is the level where FromSoft says, you know what, let's just take the paper-thin disguise off of our game and just make just one big Armored Core duel the entire level. And I believe I just got hit by the bazooka there. It's a little tough to see because the enemy is, well, a little hidden behind stuff. But anyway, some things to remember if this is your first first encounter with this sort of thing. When the enemy is side strafing, they are pretty much unhittable. None of your weapons are hit scan, and he moves very fast.
Sweet, sweet. Oh, you are so sweet, Michael. Like gulping a cup of condensed milk.
Now, what I didn't have time to talk about was my strategy, which is
Think you can kill me, huh?
the machine guns will hit him anytime he's slowed down to switch weapons or attacking from an angle that just lets me hit him. And when that happens, I fire the multi-missile launcher. Well, okay, normal missile launcher, but it's splitting missiles, so it effectively works that way. And that hits him when he can't really dodge because he was getting hit by something else. But also, it's still worth firing anytime you get a lock because that might also catch him when he's doing something other than just side strafing, which is a fair amount of the time. And by the way, that strafing thing goes both ways. If you're side boosting, there's not a whole lot he can hit you with. And it helps to kind of get a feel for when he fires certain things. Or really, all of his weapons do a lot of damage, but you especially don't want to get hit by his bazooka. That'll take at least a couple of shield blocks immediately. And he likes to use the Gatling bazooka combination a lot because I guess the game designers have played this game themselves and they know what combination players will use a lot of the time. And just in case you're curious, yes, every level has hostages and energy pods. Even the final level, even though, well, there's really no long-term growth to speak of when you've reached that point. Actually, I take that back. There is New Game Plus and also Hard Mode, which amps up the damage and health of all the enemies.
Richard, you can
Anyway.
run, but you can't hide.
That is the best laugh.
Coward! Michael! You gonna complain? He's a coward. I can't win. Shoot me, Michael. Or are you a chicken?
This is why people sometimes prefer the villains over the heroes in the story. Villains just so frequently get the best lines. So, he's hiding above the roof, but just shooting out the roof from under him isn't going to do it. That just allows you to see him and target him. You have to actually hit him to knock him off of the, out from above you. So I guess that... Oh yeah, and since he's far away and this is a long and narrow corridor sort of thing, the sniper cannon actually works extremely well. You see, it ended the phase right there. Also, I guess that kind of proves me wrong about him not being able to fly, just he uses it in a different way than you do. In a less effective way, I would wager, considering how that phase went. Anyway, that alone was enough to justify bringing the sniper cannon, because that ended that particular part of the phase, the battle, really fast. And they go to great lengths to make sure that you do not run out of ammo for this this level, because that would be very annoying.
Michael? Doesn't knowing that it all ends here kind of get your adrenaline going?
By the way, I really enjoyed this level. I think... I mean, my Armored Core skills are probably not that great at all, but it kind of... This sort of thing kind of helps me appreciate that particular game series more. kind of makes me want to start picking it up again, although I don't really have time for that at the moment. Oh well. So, back to the... I might have gotten a little overexcited and fired my missiles when I didn't have a lock a couple of times. But that wasn't one of those cases. Yeah, he takes damage like crazy from those things. And yep, he has that burst attack too, and it will kill you. It doesn't matter how much health you have. When he says... When he gives that speech cue, you have to run around him.
It's over, Richard.
Like hell it is.
Normally I'd be annoyed that he just got away like I didn't, absolutely maul him with missiles and stuff, but I think this is worth it.
That's pointless, Mr. President.
Nothing is pointless. And the reason is because I'm the president of the great United States of America. Yeah!
Mr. President!
Jody, I'm gonna step out into outer space. See you soon.
Well, like I said, there are times where me saying anything would... I cannot possibly add to what just happened there. But that's the end of the level, and we got a lot of money from it. This is another one of those levels where if you're good at fighting the duel, you can earn money really fast. Just in case there's something important that you somehow haven't unlocked yet. I mean, we've already seen some of how things would go when he's in charge.
Yes, and very pleased about my first flight in space.
That mobile armor can't even handle underwater conditions. How does it handle outer space? I know. Logic, this game.
The American people are waiting for you.
I am the President of the United States of America. I'll be back.
Right, Mr. President.
Please continue to update me as the battle goes on.
Sure.
I mean, what would she know that he doesn't when he's... Or maybe he's talking about what's going on Earth's side.
Hold that wildlife protection conference.
That sounds like famous last words right there, but we'll see. And yeah, we got a new section of the map. But they're in space! Why are they in... Okay, never mind. Last level, outer space. We'll see you then. Bye.